Been a while since I posted. A lot of things have changed. Currently, out of work, trying to look for a job. Last job pretty much ran me into the ground, and I haven't had a chance to post anything since the AI world and Voyager papers. But what you're looking at now in August is for a free download, you can get this Moore's RPG template. And what's really neat about this template is that it has the horse mechanics, and you can get on a horse and ride around, and it has quests and all kinds of crazy things. So this kind of kick-started me back into the AI world development and got me thinking about how potentially I could graft some of the Chat GPT stuff I've been doing into and or MetaHuman into this game. So template. I reached out to the person to see if I could get some heads up on where I could start hacking. It's a pretty sophisticated project. You may want to go and get it if you want to follow along with this demo. So the idea that I put together was to actually have ChatGPT help me build a system prompt that I would be sending to ChatGPT, and uh, this is basically how I started out with this conversation with ChatGPT. And it was really fascinating because it was not only smart enough to build a system prompt after we haven't had a discussion, which is basically this is the prompt that I am sending to ChatGPT, but it would also allow me to play chat along in this window and then refine the the prompt. Very interesting. And as you can see, it's responding. I'm just free-form texting and iterating over this response, the system prompt that I want. So maybe that's a little mind bender, but as you can see, I'm coming through and I'm trying slowly to get ChatGPT to build the prompt in such a way that it could be programmatically parsed. And we're talking about actions, things like that. And this prompt or this response is what would be sent back to Unreal Engine using the other technology with Socket.io and things like that. So first things first was to see if ChatGPT could help me build a prompt that ChatGPT was a new instance was going to use. And this is kind of like Conveya, if you can imagine that, which is an online service, and InWorld. But this is kind of rolling your own. And as I come down, I'm nudging ChatGPT, for a lot of the content that I just can't dream up myself. So it's literally explaining how to do this for me. Now, this part right here obviously isn't in the system prompt, and it needs to get in there because we can't have actions that are randomly that ChatGPT returns, and they're randomly creating, because on the Unreal side, we're going to want to pull this in as, JSON. So I'm just kind of scrolling through here, and um, to give people an idea of how I was doing this. And I think I can dump all of this into a text file and people can go along. But now that the Chat GPT has structured JSON output, this is essentially what it can return when you chat with it. And goes back over it. Hey, create a system prompt, and it just goes through, and this is what it came up with. And full disclosure, I'm not really a game player and or RPG player, so some of these things are new to me. And as you can see, I'm communicating with it, things like that. So I went ahead and put the demo together. I changed things around a little bit to where I'm also using DeepGram instead of the old. It's 2-3 years old in the Google text translation API. They have a newer one, DeepGram. Uh, that is what is being used with the OpenAI chat app. It's being wrapped by LiveKit. So I started with DeepGram, taking a look. It can do speech to text and text to speech. It's relatively fast, but you'll see in a minute. So and you can see down here I'm having this conversation, and I'm just scrolling right here. Believe it or not, you could take a screenshot of this and just send it to Chat GPT, and it will OCR it, and you can have the code. But in the very beginning, I still have my Chat GPT 4 utils, and that's because we're using Chat GPT to uh, you know do the LLM part of this. We are using file IO, which I don't think is that big of a deal performance wise, because SSDs are super fast. Whoops, it would be nice to have this hooked up in streaming. To get this to work, you're obviously going to have a OpenAI API key, and you're going to have a DeepGram API key. And I'm not going to go through how to set that up, because you just Google it and find out how to do it. The other thing I switched out, and I think I mentioned this, is that I'm using this speech recognition uh, chunk of code that does recording and then returns an output wave. It might be able to actually it returns audio. It seems this code seems to work a little bit better than the PyVad. It's slower, but it's doing a better job. And my machine's 5 years old, so there's that as well. This listen method, you can search for this online. It's standard, code, a DeepGram example, and I basically grafted it into this main. So usually what you'd have in here is you'd have my PyVad loop, which we don't have anymore. We have listen, and then we have transcribe. And then if we get something, pretty simple, I say ask Gondolf, but it's not. It's really just the same, function that we use. Ask Chat GPT, JSON load it, and then we get the spoken text, the body posture and the facial expression. So let's let it rip. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. So right here, yeah, let's go into the system message. So this is in Chat GPT utils itself. Probably would be nice to have this in a text editor, but this is the system prompt, and it's the same thing that was basically in the OpenAI Chat GPT web page. And this is literally what we are sending to ChatGPT to get the response. So anyway, let's come over to here, and when we run this, then you will start seeing things showing up down here. So let's do it. Who goes there? My name is Steve, and I am searching for a chalice, a magic chalice. Can you help me find the chalice? Okay, so, oh, I should have done this other thing. We might have it farther up. So, in the response, you can see that it's ChatGPT is adhering to the character and behavior of Gandalf. And this just kind of fascinated me. So I said, okay, I need to make a video on this, because this is kind of getting to where you can have smart NPCs, custom smart NPCs in games. It's relatively quick. There's other ways to skin the cat with, grok and things like that. But what I really want is to have a service that's either running in AWS or uh, Google's GPC, so that it's all we're really doing on the client side is a constant stream from the microphone. You noticed I'm not clicking on anything, you know um, to start speaking and stop speaking. Um, that part is still fragile, and I'm trying to work that out. But that's kind of the use case, which is, and I know that there's mods on other games that have hooked up, Skyrim hooked up to ChatGPT. This is just kind of an example of doing it yourself, and or potentially having a custom service or building a service that other people can use, that you can, just like Conveya or InWorld, you can go in and you can modify the personas and things like that. So I just thought this was really cool. I sort of dreamed it up, and ChatGPT just came through. So again, I'm still working on trying to get hands-free chatting, and I do have some background noise. I've got an air conditioner and fan running that isn't helpful, but that part will come through someday. And so now I'm moving on to well, it'd be nice to stream a lot of this information back and forth between Unreal and a smart NPC service that's custom built, and uh, you know having maybe even a larger Oracle like LLM that governs over these smaller agent LLMs, chunks of code that are directly dealing with each individual NPC. And that dovetails into in-world, I'm sorry, not in-world, but the AI world and Voyager. So thought I'd make a quick video. It's been a while, it's been hectic, but the next thing, since this took me an hour or so, well, a couple hours, I had to dream up the Chat GPT stuff and have it help me, but I've got examples of doing the text to speech, which DeepGram can do, but we want to have a certain type of a character with a character voice, and I don't know if DeepGram is going to have that. I don't know if 11 Labs is going to have that. Maybe there's a voice cloning that could be done. But I've got code that, obviously in my last couple of videos that used 11 Labs, and it's straightforward. It's just all that code needs to be uh, merged together in some helpful libraries. So it's easy to, push this stuff together. Anyway, that's it's been a while. Got off on a tangent on AI world and running JavaScript inside of Unreal and things to that, to Django, getting up to speed with that, and that was just kind of a rabbit hole. I still might bring that into the fold, but this was kind of cool. So hooking this up to a metahuman would be interesting, and that's kind of the next thing. I'm going to stop spending time on trying to make the streaming part audio seamless and let other people figure that out. So again, a little bit of a delay, but I'm just not going to worry about that right now. That's all I got. If you got this far, thanks for watching.